me the countdown. Or there's no countdown. We're just starting? Wow. All right. So obviously we've had some slight mic issues, hence you hearing us when we don't want you to hear us, and maybe not hearing us when you should have been hearing us. But Chris didn't give us a countdown. We're just rolling right into it. Yeah. Burnout Box, what is this, 30? Is this 30?
It is 30.
Is it actually 30?
It actually is 30.
Because we were episode 26 for like 4 episodes.
Well, I don't...
That number's exponentially going to grow bigger, by the way, as I tell that story. Like by next year, I'm going to be like, hey guys, remember we were episode 26 for like 10 weeks straight? Yeah. But anyway, all right, episode 30. It's real. Rebecca's back. Well, you were back last week.
I was back last week.
All right, well, you're back again.
And I'm going away again?
She is, hence no beer.
Yeah.
There's no beer on the table because Rebecca has to drive to Key West in about 54 minutes.
Yup.
So
we tried Starbucks for the first time.
I tried Starbucks for the first time. I don't think it was your first time.
Nah.
You seemed experienced.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
What was it
that's
you
me.
drank at Starbucks?
I don't know what I drank.
It was a Java chip mocha or a Java chip frappuccino. So
Java chip. Okay.
So it had real coffee in it. So Donny had coffee for the very first time.
I had coffee. Like, I've never ever drank coffee. I don't know. I drink like I used to drink energy drinks maybe once a month. I've been getting bad lately because I've been drinking one that's like pre-workout for the gym. But normally I just drank like one energy drink a month maybe, and that's it. Like, all right, let me run through who's checked in with us. Brian Hoover said he loves us. I love you too, Brian.
Love
Hoover.
you, Brian. Tell Grandma we'll see her on Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll see Grandma next week. Oh God, there's so many of you. And my little screen is so tiny. God, we gotta fix this. Ken Ingram waved at us. What's up?
Hi, Ken.
Slab Shack's on here with the thumbs up. Larry Lewis.
Hi, Larry.
Scott Hasty, look at that. Brian Mockridge, we got race car drivers here. Gino, hello from Wisconsin. Oh man, you guys have probably warmed up to above 70 up there by now, haven't you? Eh? No, it's a Minnesota thing, isn't it?
I don't know.
What's up, Dorian?
Your mom.
Brian said we never behave. Bull honky.
He says Justin could drive. I'm drinking in Key West.
Brian said, when did Starbucks start serving beer?
They
don't. I can't drink. I'm not allowed. Well, I'm allowed. Honestly, I could have if I wanted to, but it would have made Rebecca upset if I was sitting here drinking a beer and she was looking at me with my open beer and she couldn't have one. So I'm a nice person. I'm a nice person to maybe like 19 people in this world. Rebecca falls in that category. So I won't drink beer. Anyway, all right, we've said hello to everyone. Let's roll right into it. What do I want to talk about first?
So I'm going on vacation to Key West.
You are.
And we have a vacation package right now, right?
We do have a vacation package.
I did the segue this time.
That was great. That was a good one. We do have a vacation package right now, guys. You have any blower put on, whether you got a Cobra, whether you have a GT500, want a whole kit installed on your Coyote, Mustang, or F-150. You buy a kit from us. You buy it through that specific package on the website. We give you 2 nights in New Smyrna Beach.
Donnie will work his butt off to get your kit installed.
I'll get it done. You drop it off to me. Go to Disney World for a couple days. Come back.
Go to the beach.
2-3 days later.
Yep.
I'll get it done. Beach is less than 10 minutes away. Disney World's an hour and a half away. Universal SeaWorld like an hour away. Plenty to do.
Yep.
So it's a very, very good way
New
to
Smyrna
convince...
Speedway is like walking distance.
It is. But it's a very good way to convince your other half a reason you should go to Florida. So, hey, honey, I think we should go down there. We can take the kids to Disney. I'm just going to drop my car off for a quick promo thing. I'll get us 2 free hotel nights for it.
Yep.
I don't know. How could anyone say no?
Thorne says, Rebecca Starkey, love the prep job done to your 2018 Mustang.
Thank you. It is done and awaiting us pick it up. We're going to go get it next week when I get home from Key West. So
is that when we're going? Or not we? I don't know if I'll go.
I don't
That's
think
a long one. I don't want to go.
You don't need to go.
I don't want to just go for a car ride.
Yeah.
That's boring. I want to put it together.
Justin, me, and Chris are going to go.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to go. We're going to continue making the video on putting it all together. I'm going to build an engine.
Again. You're saying it like you've never done it before. Again.
No, I'm thinking about the work involved.
Your mom says I'm goofy. The lie detector test determined that was a lie. I'm a mature adult. Oh. Yes, I do. I gotta treat it appropriately. Most of you on here, I have no idea what that's related to, but it's okay. Bob, I'm confused. How about an 11-pack of beer? That just sounds like disappointment.
Okay, go up because I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
Your mom said I'm goofy and that I don't have shingles.
Okay.
And then Bob said, how about an 11-pack of beer? And I don't understand where you can get 11 pack of beers, and that just sounds like a disappointment. Honestly, I've already felt that disappointment. I'm from up north. Up north, we have 30 cases. So the price you guys pay down here for a 24 case of beer is the price of a 30 case up north.
Okay.
So that was, I'm losing 6 beers a case. Like, that's a problem.
That's half a 12 pack.
That's enough to get you fucked up all week.
Oh, yeah. for a whole week. And then, like, Sunday, not.
Kelsey, no Thirsty Thursday. No, Rebecca has to drive to Key West as soon as we leave. Well, I'm leaving and going home. She's leaving and driving to Key West, so no alcohol, I was told. Drinking and driving is apparently bad.
Yeah, especially if you're Rebecca and you, like...
I'm going to turn my phone on silent.
Good idea. And one beer would get you messed up.
Oh, John Hartman's happy to have you back.
Thanks, John. I'm happy to be back.
Bob says they can't count in Buffalo. Well, then how about you hook me up with like a 35 pack of beer? If you all can't count, let's work this the other direction.
There's one way to go with it that's good. And
Exactly. All right. We're talking about doing people stuff. What am I doing? This week I'm playing with my truck.
Yeah.
It's been great. You paid me all week to mess with my truck. I love it.
I really hadn't thought about it that way until you...
It's 100% how I think of it. I wake up every morning and I'm like, I'm going to go to work and work on my own truck. This is great. We should do this every week. But anyway, as you guys know, VMP somewhat recently released the 15 to 17 F-150 kits. Obviously, we know there are way more 11 to 14 trucks on the road at this point than 17s, that some of them are still stuck in dealerships, not even sold yet. So we've been making it a point to get the blower kit out there for the 11 to 14 trucks. I, of course, have a 14 F-150 with the 5.0, so it's been in the shop for the past week or so, just designing, getting all the little bugs hammered out, any brackets we need to make. So if you guys are in that kind of market, we are looking for very, very soon. We're working on putting all that all together and have an 11 to 14 kit. I think Chris has some pictures. I don't know what pictures he has. You're shaking your head. Maybe he doesn't have pictures. Nope, no pictures. Oh. The program is not cooperating. So I think the only pictures he had were showing how ridiculous my truck looks because I put it on the stock wheels and tires.
Yeah.
It's lifted 6 inches and it's on the stock like 31.5 right now, which that's because I'm 6'7". As we've established before on the show, I'm rather tall. But it's still, my truck is stupid high with those tires on it. So even right now, I have it on the stock back wheels and tires. Did we freeze up? Because I'm frozen up right there. Maybe?
No.
No? No? We're glitching.
That's
all right. We're lagging. It's just video games. We're lagging. Normally it's on 36s. The problem is, of course, that raises the truck that much higher off the ground. So for me to work on it even and be comfortable messing with this thing all week, I put it on stock tires in the back, and in the front, it's not even on the tires. It's just set on the rotors on the ground, just so I can reach up in the damn engine bay. It looks retarded. And then I think he had a picture of the Gen 3 on there, but y'all know what the Gen 3 looks like. It's okay. You're not hurting for not seeing that picture.
Hey, Luke.
All right, what did I miss? Oh, gosh.
A lot. What kind of Frappuccino is that? Is he asking about yours?
Yeah, he's asking about yours because you have one.
Mine's actually not a Frappuccino. It's a cinnamon dolce iced latte, which is not what I usually drink.
You're going to have to, like, write down what I just drank.
I'll write it down.
All right.
Yeah.
That way I know.
I'll message it to you. But I usually drink a non-fat iced latte.
Kelsey Wade said she already do burnouts in front of cops. What could be worse to happen?
That's not even funny.
Oh, let's not talk about cops right now. I haven't even told you yet, man. So I put the truck on the stock wheels and tires Sunday night, knowing that I was going to be in the shop messing with it all week. There it is. Aha.
Good job, Chris.
So I put it on the stock wheels and tires. The problem is I've been driving around on like 35s and bigger for like the past 8 months. I don't remember what my truck felt like with the proper gearing again. And apparently a Volusia County Sheriff wanted to remind me of that.
Oh, no.
Yep. Donnie got another one. It's okay. I don't have any points on my license for the record.
Let's caveat that to the fact that you just got out of court.
For another ticket. Yeah. I'm always dealing with one, for the record. Like, nonstop. Guys, I have multiple motorcycles, and I'm a 15-year-old boy inside. Like, I drive fast. I like driving fast. Like, and that's my thing. I really, like, don't get me wrong, I go out drinking, but maybe once every 2 weeks. I don't do any crazy drugs. Like, I gotta blow my money. I gotta blow my money somewhere. It's on speeding tickets. That's where my extra money goes.
You just really like helping keep the roads like
exactly. Somebody's got to pay taxes. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any points on my license now. I am worried because everyone keeps telling me the more tickets you get, eventually you're going to go into court and they're going to be like, yeah, we're not taking the points off this time. You can't just pay the fine. But I haven't got there yet. So for now, we're going to keep having fun.
Dorian, we are trying to give the truck some love. We're working on it.
Oh, my truck. Oh, it's going to be fun. Chad says we have free advertising for Starbucks. Look, this program has been brought to you by Coca-Cola. It's been brought to you by Starbucks, by Leinenkugel, Bud Light, Budweiser,
not your father's
Corona, not your father. Like, I'm waiting for the checks to start rolling in. Yeah.
Oh, the very first one, Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, that was the first snack I ever brought. Oh, my screen froze up. Oh gosh.
What do we do?
I think we need to do meme of the week while we can.
Do we have to? All right, y'all. I don't know what meme of the week is. They kind of just like, I walked in and I was like, I had to run and do some other stuff.
Before we do meme of the week though, we have to do our pineapple pizza.
Is that what it's related to now?
The meme of the week?
I'm trying to explain why I'm confused here. So I was running around doing other stuff. Like I was nasty from the shop all day, so I took a shower and some other stuff. Because we actually have like a baseball-sized shower here. It's freaking awesome. Anyway.
What's a baseball-sized shower?
Like for a baseball team.
Did you just think what's the most obscure reference I can make right now?
No, I like legitimately when I go in big showers, I think of what size sports team fits.
Oh. See,
football team size, baseball team size, basketball team size.
So for me that doesn't work because I'm like, if it's a drag racing team, it's the only one that I know.
Anywho, so I was over there, I was away, and then I come in, they're like, Donnie, we have meme of the week. And Rebecca's been like, she has some media content on her phone of me. She's acquired in the past week and a half or so that
I have some great content, and I am saving it for blackmail as I need it.
There's like multiple things that I know about. Who knows what I don't even know about, but I'm worried. Anyway. All right, so what are we doing before meme of the week? Because I really just want to get meme of the week out of the way.
This week we're talking about...
Oh, pineapple on pizza.
Yeah.
All right, we need a vote. So, you guys, we've been having you vote pretty much every week about something her and I are arguing about. This week, it is, does pineapple go on pizza?
Yeah.
I personally say no rabbit food at all should go on pizza other than the tomatoes they already used and the wheat they already used. You think of how many men can fit in the shower with you? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, my drag racing team is my husband and myself. So pretty much what I think about.
Oh man, I'm scrolling up.
Okay, so yeah, weigh in about pineapple pizza. Tell us, does pineapple belong on pizza or not?
So Dorian says yes.
Nigel
Kelsey says yes.
I'm just reading. Nigel says you don't need a monster truck on the beach. I do.
Yeah.
Actually, my truck's two-wheel drive, so it's a fake monster truck, by the way. It's lifted 6 inches on 36s, and it's two-wheel drive. I have a lifted Jeep that's four-wheel drive, so I didn't. When I bought my daily driver, I'd rather spent the money on leather and sunroof and stuff than four-wheel drive.
Donny, it looks like you're in the minority on pineapple.
Well, that's okay because there's the right viewpoint and there's the wrong one.
Hey, Sprout. He was like when V6 Mustangs.
Oh, this is awful. There's so many of you guys.
Yeah.
Pineapple, pineapple, pineapple.
Pineapple and bacon is where it's at. Ham is nasty, and I don't like it with my pizza or anything at all, really. But bacon is amazing, and pineapple and bacon definitely belong together on pizza.
All right, can we do meme of the week now that I'm like wondering about it? It's been like 19 minutes.
We're already like blowing through everything. And
Not everything.
Are you ready, Chris? You got your finger
God, and I got like this tiny... What the... Hold on. I got you closer to see it. That is awful. Where do you even get my face? Oh, that's on the GT350. You bastard. Oh, I hate you all. I hate you all. That is an awful picture of me. God, that was such an awful picture of me.
So good.
And I'm in jeans. How'd you guys get me in jeans? Whose body is that? Those look like my arms.
Don't worry about it.
But clearly you love pineapple pizza.
Yeah, look how happy you look.
This is so bullshit. Okay, meme of the week was my idea. How did it turn into this? Like last week it was Donnie going to Gapplebee's.
It was not last week because I wasn't here last
Yeah, it was.
week. Was it?
Yeah, last week was when we did the...
No, last week was the Miata.
Oh,
yeah.
Whatever. Well, Kelsey Wade, my man with the other supercharged F-150. No pineapple. That's all right. That's fine.
Wait, what?
What's up, dude? That's my new annoying thing to do around the shop, guys. Not that you know. I guess some people find it annoying, so I make a point to do it a lot.
It actually is annoying.
Okay, that's why every time I see someone I'm like, sorry, dude. I'm not even. I feel like that's a surfer thing. I've never surfed a day in my life, for the record.
I haven't. I've never said that.
Well, you're doing it wrong. VMP veggies, meat, and pineapple. Oh man, we should totally do an acronym contest.
Oh, that would be a good one. Let's do that for next week.
Next week. All right, start brainstorming. Don't put them in here now because then you ruin it for next week. Next week, challenge on Burnout Box is going to be what can you think of creative that isn't incredibly If
it's dirty,
something that.
Pick a winner and we'll send a prize.
Yep, you guys get any T-shirt you want.
Yep.
There you go.
Rebecca Starkey Racing T-shirts.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, next week we'll do that.
Yep.
You have to think of an acronym that stands for VMP. And what's our? How do we judge it in the sense of we'd have to be able to show it to a high school teacher and it be acceptable, or like do we put a cap on it?
Clearly, we can't make it so that if they showed to us, it would be acceptable.
Yeah, if we laugh too hard at it, it's not acceptable or it's inappropriate.
If I can't read it out loud because my mom and dad are watching, then we can't. It won't work.
All right, so how do we cap this at how vulgar they can get?
If I can't read it out loud because my mom and dad are watching.
Yeah, but sometimes I can put a Teletubbies video in front of you and you can't read it all out because you're laughing too damn hard. So like, I feel like your laughing level is not a good judge.
Not my laughing level, just if I won't read it out loud because my mom and dad are watching.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Like if I feel like that's, and you know that I'll say some crazy stuff in front of my parents, but just not anything like dirty.
All right. I'm scrolling through all the comments. Reminds me of a movie I saw on the internet, Nigel said. John says, what kind of performance are you selling? I don't know what kind of question that is. Did he really did he just stumble across this? He was like, oh, pineapple pizza. Let's go here. Who the hell are these guys? VMP Performance. What's that? Where's the pineapple? He clearly didn't see the meme. All right. Oh, man. Nancy Joe, I'm still waiting on. What do you mean you're still waiting on yours? Show up, write me a check, I'll supercharge your truck. There's no wait.
You can take advantage of the vacation package.
Well, she lives in Port Orange.
That's fine. Still take advantage. I mean.
Holy cow, 17 comments. Wow. All right. Gosh, you guys are like blowing it up. All right. It's like it keeps messing up. Okay. Your mom says pay attention. Larry Duran said, hey all, what's up? All right. Are you going to let me? Okay, yes. Let me scroll now. Martin Jones says BYODB. I don't know what that means. I don't get it. Martin, you got to yeah. I don't know what your mom's yelling at you for. Your mom's yelling at you, though.
I think she's yelling at you, actually.
Really?
Yeah. She
said pay attention. I don't know.
Because I said that if I couldn't say it in front of my parents.
Kelsey, I like you more every time we do one of these shows. Did you see what you wrote?
Mm-hmm. But like, we're not reading that out loud.
I can't read it out loud. Because your parents are watching. Ooh. Listen, Nigel. I can assure you I was in middle school very, very recently.
Oh my God.
The yo mama jokes, I will own you. You don't want to get into that with me. For real. Nancy says that AJ, her husband, says they have to buy a house before a blower. I think that's ridiculous. You can sleep in a truck, you can't race a house.
Exactly. It's very, very hard to race a house.
Done. Argument made. All right, speaking of racing, Ford, of course, does.
Yes.
Were you like proud of my transition there? You're like, yes.
I get very, very happy when you make good transitions.
I'm doing better about them. Oh, your mom was yelling at me. Crap.
Yeah, I know.
Jay, how do you feel about Ford cars with Chevy motors in them? No comment. I mean, hey.
Like, I wouldn't want one, but I don't care if somebody swaps an engine into something. It's
Depending on the car.
It's none of my business.
Depending on the car.
Like, Coyote swapping a 1995 Cobra R is a perfectly good idea, and it will make you fast.
Luke, get in here with me. All right, I'm not even addressing you, Jay. Somebody already did. They're already angry reacting you. So they're addressing you. All right, racing, Ford. Ford finally let us see the, is it 18 or 19? Wow, I messed this up already. 18. 18 Cobra Jet. It is the 50th anniversary of the Cobra Jet. Typically before they have made 50 of them. This year, because the original was in 68, They're going to make 68 Cobra Jets. So you have 18 more spots to get a hold of one if you want to spend a lot of money to go not as fast as you probably should for spending that much money. But it is incredibly cool that you can go pick up a car, brand new, built by Ford, take it straight to the drag strip, go run 8s, and it's made to do that.
Yep.
I mean, I've kind of already pitched my thing, though, on the Cobra Jets. The paint job's cool. It's a great idea.
Sure.
If you have no interest in building a car and you don't give a crap, great. Go write him a blank check and get one. But to me, I would rather go buy a car with a VIN number that I can slap a tag on and do all that too.
I totally agree. I understand it from the scope of class racing too. Like if you want to race a specific class with a Cobra Jet, yeah, I get it. That's cool if that's what you want to do.
Yeah,
I like.
However, paint job's cool. Paint job's cool. I like the carbon fiber cowl hood. It's not big enough.
The very first SEMA car that I made a proposal for, the paint job was somewhat similar.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
There's a reason it's been on the cars for 50 years.
Yeah. It was black and pink, but similar to that.
Facebook's being retarded on letting me scroll through this stuff. Oh, your mom's yelling at me about tickets. That's what it is, I think.
Oh.
No way Ford equals leave the Chevy shit for their cars. I agree. Oh, Martin Jones says radar.
You're getting lots of tips.
I don't use radar. I mean, honestly, I get pulled over probably once every 3-4 months. I probably get a ticket like once every 6 months. That's about my going rate. I didn't get a single ticket last year. That's the first year I've never gotten a ticket since I started driving.
Really?
Yep, didn't get a single ticket. I sold the Lincoln. Think about it. I sold the Lincoln, and then I had my 95 4-cylinder Ranger that was slammed, and if I went over bumps too hard, it bottomed out. I had the S10 that was and wasn't on the road. I have the Jeep that's on 35-inch tires that gets 7 miles per gallon. And on the bikes, I guess I don't want to admit this too much, but I only ride my motorcycles in Mexico. And obviously, whenever police light you up in Mexico, you run. You don't stop on a motorcycle. So, yeah, last year I didn't get a single ticket. So I'm just catching up. I got to make up for lost time. Jay, I don't even know what you're saying. You're drunk. Go home.
I like me a GM transmission, so I'm okay with that.
Is it true Ford stands for Found on Road Dead? No, it stands for First on Race Day?
Yep. That's what I always heard. I feel like I'm in junior year of high school right now. Is it true that Ford stands for that? That was what we discussed.
You know, I don't like how I have a bajillion acronyms for Ford, but not as many for everything else. Like Dodge, I only have one: drips oil and drops grease everywhere. Chevy.
I haven't heard that one.
Chevy can hear every valve yelling. Jeep, just empty every pocket. I have a couple more that wouldn't be deemed appropriate.
Yep, don't do it.
I'm going Tesla power. Yeah, all right. So Jay is my neighbor.
Yeah.
Okay,
well, did I meet him at...
Yes, he drove he's got a pretty badass Merc, AMG Merc.
Yeah.
He came up in. One night me and Rebecca decided to there's a local car meet around here in Daytona that happens in a Burlington Coat Factory parking lot every Thursday. And I was me and Chris were yeah, I think we'll go to the car meet after the show for fun. Why not? And Rebecca's screw it. Why don't we take the SEMA cars? And I'm
the first thing I said was, I'm going to take my race car.
Oh.
And you and Chris were don't do that, Rebecca.
Yeah.
And I was I'm going to take the race car.
Yeah, that wasn't a great idea. We didn't think so, at least. So
I still think I should do it.
I mean, the problem is, for those of you that don't know, Daytona is home to Turkey Rod Run, which is the pretty much biggest classic car show swap meet on the East Coast, anywhere close. And about 3 years ago, was it 3 years ago the big one happened where they all went to Steak and Shake? 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
2 years ago, all the Turkey Rod Runners always were at Bel Air Plaza Beachside. It's a Publix plaza. Everyone parked there.
A block and a half from there.
Yeah,
and I walked up there every year from the time I was 7 till the time I was 18.
So the show lets out at the Speedway about 5 o'clock. Everyone goes to Bel Air Plaza about 5 o'clock. You stay till it gets dark. And then it gets dark and people go out to Mexico or whatever they go home and do. But for whatever reason, 2 years ago, the old men at the Rod Run, which, no offense, it is a majority of people older than 40.
Yeah.
Somehow they heard that we have a car. See you, Joe. Somehow they heard that we have a car meet on Thursdays at this Burlington coat factory. And they all showed up. Literally, like, everybody left Bel Air Plaza and came to our little Burlington coat factory parking lot. And for probably 3 hours, it was a burnout competition. The main drag in front of the coat factory. Were you there, Chris, that night?
I've seen videos.
Oh, God, it was amazing. Literally the main drag right in front of the coat plate. You know, because you have a store, the driveway, and then the parking lot's over here. That main drive, literally, it was like somebody pulls up, does a fat burnout.
Yep.
Somebody pulls up, does a fat burnout.
They used to do it on A1A.
3 hours straight, it was like that.
They used to do it on A1A, and I remember walking down the street when I was like 15, 16, and I'm like, I smell race fuel.
And yeah, it was like
who is driving around on race fuel?
it was crazy. What's up, Dennis? So ever since then, our Thursday night car meet like hasn't bounced back. For a while there, it changed locations because the cops were coming in heavy for a while. Like it was literally the week after Turkey Rod Run. They came into the car show and they were like blocked every exit. And luckily I was there in the Jeep that week, not the Ranger or the S10 that are lowered. That'd have been screwed. I was there in the Jeep and literally me and a bunch of other lifted trucks jumped the curb and went out on International. We ran because they blocked every exit and they were going around in paddy wagons. It was crazy. Jamie's got to go back to work. All right, man, drive safe. See ya.
Bye, Sprout.
What's wrong with people over 40? In particular to you, your fuel pumps. Oh, that was cold.
That was not nice.
I've tried to put. I've had that. The guy that just said that, Brian Mockridge, who I'm friends with, so I can say that. I feel like. We've had his truck on the dyno at 3 separate events, and all 3 events something went wrong with fuel system. You gonna try to scroll?
I'm gonna try.
It's just Jay.
Oh yeah, okay. I think
He's not home right now, so he can say whatever he wants. You know, normally he's literally my buddy Jay, who's commenting as you all see.
I can't. Go now.
You gotta click this. Lives right across the street from me, like my house, his house. So normally I can go over and yell at him, but he's not here right now. I heard if you go 88 miles an hour, you'll go back in time. I wish. Lucinda said, "Was that a problem?" All right, your Mom, you got to chime in like at better time. I don't know where.
I think it was about somebody being on race fuel, like me. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. You got to specify here. I'm getting confused. Brian says no mantic clutch. I like blowing smoke and eating pineapple pancakes. I'm confused to what's happening right now. Like a lot of these comments aren't adding up.
Not for.
Why do you have a Saturn logo on the wall? Are you serious? All right, Nigel definitely is here just because of the pineapple pizza. He has no idea who we are. All right, Nigel, that is our logo.
Here it is, and here it is.
I was gonna say,
Right
you can look at your hand like up there, like oh, there it is. I touched it.
Aaron Clancy wants to know what is needed to run E85 on an S550 over 700 wheel.
Return style fuel system. Only way you can get away with it. Yeah, anything else on the tube?
No.
All right, back to my comments. All right. Sorry, I'm just reading through.
Yep.
I'm confused. Like, John Taylor, sounds like Three's a company. What? Sounds like Three's company? I don't understand. All right. So, as you guys know,
Let's just move forward.
I'm moving forward.
Yeah.
We're going to the Ranger. I want to talk about the Ranger
Yeah,
because
let's
I
talk
am
about the
rather
Ranger.
excited for the Ranger to come in. So as you guys know, we are getting the Ranger. Still don't know if we're getting the Ranger Raptor, but we decided to have a little challenge that basically became me, Rebecca, and Chris sitting on the computers trying to figure out who could build the most expensive Ranger and who could build the cheapest one. Or you didn't come in for the Ranger. You came in after this. But Chris said, all right, I'm going to make the cheapest Ranger possible. I made the most expensive one. Chris, what'd your total come to?
My total came to $25,000.
Oh, you put it on the picture. Look at it. Gosh, you are snazzy.
He's super fancy.
You are super fancy. Yeah, $25,395. That's really, like, if you think about it, for entry level, for a pickup truck that can tow like 7,000 pounds, gets some damn good fuel mileage, like that's really not bad.
No.
I mean, and looking at it is more expensive than like Frontier and the Tacoma's entry level price.
Okay.
But you're not driving a Yoda.
No, it's still
Or
cheaper
a
than
front-
Tacoma.
It's cheaper than Tacoma base model?
Yep.
Okay. Which, that I would say is its biggest competitor. I would honestly say the Colorado isn't really even competition at this point.
No.
They aren't that good of selling. Granted, we don't know how the Ranger's going to do because we haven't seen it on the market yet. But if you're just looking at the best-selling truck right now, I think the Tacoma is probably the winner in the small truck class. So that's what Ranger's got to beat. So Ranger's priced cheaper. However, you can get your Ranger up about $20,000 more to $46,349 if you buy the one that I made. That is a Lariat with the FX4 package, with every equipment group that you can buy, the best looking wheels, the best looking bumpers, the blackout package, spray and bed liner, tow package. I clicked on something, I don't even know what it was. It was like my Ford Link or something, and I was like, whatever, it's $800, I'll buy it. Yeah, but that's a good looking truck. Chris's truck, not so good looking.
It wasn't terrible looking though.
Not terrible looking, but
it was not like a Ridgeline.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Easy on my Ridgeline now. I had a Ridgeline a short time, but the Ridgeline was nice. I like the Ridgeline. I mean, you don't forget, of course, but you know, I almost bought a Tacoma. I was this close to buying a Tacoma before I bought the F-150. All right, we gotta see all these comments. Oh gosh.
I think there's probably a lot that we don't need to read.
Watch out for Ranger danger. That's an F-150 with an ugly grill. Jay just said that he drove a Ranger. I love my Ranger. Mine. Are we still good on the YouTubes? Should we keep talking to them?
We're back.
And we're back. Did I ever tell you that Kyle's to blame for that?
No.
My best friend Kyle's the one that taught me that. He always.
Oh, your best friend Kyle.
My other friend Kyle.
Okay. Yo,
we're not arguing about that right now. That would be a full-blown argument. We don't have time for all that. We only got 22 minutes left. Kyle, though, yeah, every time we walk back out in the garage or whatever, and we're back. So I just picked it up. I do it all the time now. Can't help it. It's like I was hanging out with the other media guy that you guys don't see that sits behind Chris. His name is Brian Hoover. And I was hanging out with him outside of work and some of his friends from outside of work. And I didn't notice. They called him Behoove all the time. You know, Brian Hoover, Behoove. And I started calling him Behoove. So then we were at work Monday and I was like, hey, Behoove. And he's like, who's he? What? And I'm like, what? He's like, nobody has ever called me that name in work, at any work I've ever had. He's like, I didn't even know what to do right there. I was like, I picked it up. I don't know. All right. See these comments. All right. I don't even know what half these pertain to. So I'm going to keep going with...
Okay.
All right. We can talk about the Ford GT.
Yeah.
So I like the Ford GT.
We were going to talk about racing anyway, so let's get back to that.
Yeah. Remember the Toyota compact truck? No, that was a real truck. That was a good truck. Anyway, real racing. So, what I call real racing, that gets on your nerves, road racing, which you guys probably don't remember. Maybe some of you do. We talked about it at the beginning of this year. The Ford GT went...
I just don't understand how it's real racing, and like that implies that drag racing isn't real?
It has nothing to do with drag racing not being real.
Okay.
I don't know how am I going to phrase this right now, Chris, without burying myself in a hole I won't be able to get back out of. Like, you know everything I can say, though. Like, you know every argument in the book, and there's no way to make any of those arguments without them being insulting drag racing.
So in drag racing, like, there's trans brakes and there's a lot that happens, and I never see any road race cars do big ol' wheelies.
Debatable.
Like,
have you seen F1 in the 90s?
Oh my God, those cars went flying. That was a kite. It didn't just do a wheelie. It went flying.
I guess the argument could be...
Just so you guys know, Chris said, have you seen F1 cars in the 90s? That's what we were referring to with the flying.
I guess, okay, so I don't know that it's well known, but I think it's known by you at least, Donny, that I don't like to do wheelies, and I feel like they're...
You don't, even though your car does beautiful ones.
It's a waste of my time, and I don't like it. But my car has done some big wheelies, and I was gonna argue that the F1 cars from the 90s weren't being very intentional when they did their wheelies, but I guess
you weren't either.
I'm not being that intentional either.
All right, so we're not going to debate what racing is better, but road racing, I do still have a place in my heart for. That's how I got into high performance and how I got into my career and everything else. So, beginning of this year, as you remember, you don't remember. I'm going to re-educate you. I'll remind you, yeah. Last year at the Rolex, 24 Hours of Rolex, which happens here in Daytona every year, Chevy took first and second in their Corvette. They completely dominated. So this year, Ford went out, and they took first and second with the GT. They completely, like, and they, I can't remember. I remember how we had all the stats, but I'm pretty sure they were, like, ahead of everyone by, like, 3 laps. Or 4, I can't remember, but they literally destroyed everyone else. Nobody else was even on the same lap as them. Nobody else was in the same time zone as them. They literally just destroyed the whole field. And I started doing a little digging earlier, just looking for content for us to talk about tonight. It turns out they actually haven't fell out of the points lead since then. The GTs took points lead in GTLM class, which, just so you guys know, in IMSA racing, that's pretty much the most prestigious class. That's the manufacturers write an open check, and they say, hey, make our best car go as fast as possible. We want to win this. That's the who's who of racing. So, yeah, the Ford GT hasn't fallen out of the points lead since they won first and second. I think they actually won like 4 races in a row is what they're up to this year in GTLM.
So, Alexander with Shelby, Canada West said drag racing for the most part is how quick your car can go. In road racing, it's how fast you can go. How fast can you go?
Well, I mean, there's always the argument that in drag racing, there's the quickest and the fastest, and the quickest is ET, and fastest is mile per hour trap speed. So, I mean, I think that in drag racing, you're kind of looking at both.
And Aaron says, is BOOSTane any good to get octane up?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what we use. That's what we use on everything now.
Do it.
It's probably what's going to go in my truck when I want to beat on it.
I would.
John Taylor is joking with us, I'm going to assume, but do you use organic water in your water injection system?
You can't actually have organic water because organic implies it's a carbon-based compound. There's no carbon.
Isn't everything carbon-based?
Water's not carbon-based.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy there, biology professor. Like,
it's hydrogen and oxygen.
I have a degree in automotive technology. I thought all life forms were carbon-based. I don't know.
Water's not a life form.
All right, whatever. Sure.
I mean...
I'm sure that like is somebody that's at home laughing at me right now. All right, real racing. Back to real racing. What's up with your race car?
My race car, we talked about already. We talked about the fact that it is at TRZ. The chassis is done. And Carrie posted a throwback picture of it on our Instagram today, so you guys can check that out if you want. And we're going to pick it up next week. We're going to continue our series of videos on building the car. I'm going to work on building an engine. I'm going to work on getting a trans for it. Or
you already have a trans. I don't. All right. So the debate right now, the mental debate in Rebecca's head is: does she rip the Turbo 400 out of her black car she already has and put it in the new one because she knows she loves that trans, or do we just get another Turbo 400 for the 18? I say that. Because honestly, you're so used to your trans brake now, you've got that 11 car down to where you drive it.
Yeah.
Putting a 6R80 in it completely changes everything about the way you pretty much got to get it down the track at the power level you're at now. You've run it before with that 6R80.
I have.
But at the power level you're at now, nowhere...
I was like a second slower with the 6R80.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So at this level now where you're at, you'd have to relearn driving that car. All the while, we just finished building a new car that you got to learn to drive anyway. So I'm saying I think we just keep it all normal. But
yeah, just
then again, I don't have any race cars, and you have 2. So clearly, your expertise is a little better in this area.
No, I mean the reason that we bought the Turbo 400 initially and put it in that car so that I could practice and get good with the Turbo 400. And I mean, it would be hard for me to go back to a 6R80. Like it's just not the same. So I don't know that that's what will happen. And then I thought I had finished the debate in my head about what calibration system we were going to go with, and now I'm back to debating. So we've got to figure that out and wire our car and
all the fun stuff.
Learn a engine management system. So yeah, stuff to do with that car. Lots of it. Oh, yeah. And we have to put all the body pieces back on.
Oh man, I did that. Well, I didn't do it.
Oh, and
I don't think I did.
we need to paint fenders for it too. So.
I almost said dude, but I figured I overused that this show already.
Yeah, probably don't need it.
Kelsey says he recommends I should watch Ron Paul drag racing. I'll take his recommendation. But he also says that the Ranger looks like a Tundra, and I'm upset you just said that, because I honestly didn't have that opinion until you just said it right now. But damn it does look like a Tundra.
It does look
Put it back up there.
You know what?
Crap.
I think Ford's doing that. Like
the Expedition?
Yes, looks like a Sequoia, and I really don't like the new Expedition because of it.
Oh man, it does look like a Tundra. It just looks like the Tundra got squished in. Like, you know how your grandma grabs your cheeks and kind of squishes your face? That's what they did to the Tundra, and it turned into a Ranger. No!
EcoSport.
Oh man, Kelsey, why would you ruin that for me? That's really what just happened.
So Aaron, who was sitting there asking what is needed to run E85 and S550 over 700 wheel, and then came back and asked about BOOSTane.
Yep.
Said he thinks he'll go that route instead of buying a return system.
Okay. I mean, yeah, there's definitely gains to be had with the stock fuel system you have.
Yeah.
Running BOOSTane, and you can get a little more pulley out of it.
Depending on how available E85 is to you, and
Definitely.
I mean, it depends on your.
And I mean, and not only is it available, like, what's it going to test at?
Right.
Like, we're lucky that we have a good E85 station 10 miles from the shop that we've tested, and we pretty much know we can always get good stuff from there. But I mean, you know the people that have gone other places and their E85's testing at E50 and E45, like, that causes problems with your tuner. John Taylor. I have never heard of adding moonshine to a diesel, so I have no idea. I feel like we really got some new people on here with our pizza comment. Moving corn on Copperhead Road is dangerous. I'm not a real redneck. Like, I kind of get what he's talking about, but I don't really get it. All right. Martin Jones, how do you get the knowledge to do this stuff? Do you go to school, or do you wake up one day and you've been touched by chip foos?
I'm gonna assume this is sarcasm and just move forward.
I think it's an honest question of how do you get into this stuff with a joke at the end of it.
Okay.
The way I got into it was I became friends with my friend Kyle through some stuff I built, whatever else we ran into each other. And he was a crew chief on a Porsche road race team. He did IMSA Porsche road racing, and I was working as a dealer tech at the time. I was 19. I think, 19, still in my teens. I was a dealer tech. I didn't really like it. I got tired of doing the exact same thing every day, which, I mean, granted, yeah, today I'm doing a timing belt, tomorrow I'm doing a trant, but at the end of the day, after a couple of years, you're doing the exact same job again and again and again. I got tired of it. I always was into the performance stuff anyway. So yeah, he was a crew chief at a Porsche team, just said, hey, you know, I can't offer you anything full-time right this second, but we do need track help. When we go to the weekends, you know, running the cars, just checking everything over. So I started doing that with them. It turned into happened a little bit more. The work wasn't super consistent with them, like, you know, on what weeks or whatever. So I ended up going to a Miata road race team, did that for a while, did spec Miatas, which is pretty much how anyone gets their foot in the door of road racing. So it's a pretty big industry. And then I came here. It's just pretty much, once you get your foot in the performance door, it's somewhat easy in a sense to stay in, because it's very hard to get somebody to, I guess, trust you is the word, or to hire you without you having that performance knowledge. Like, you know, I can't just hire an average tech to work here with us at the shop, because sure, that's great that you know how to replace the transmission on a Ford, but do you know how to wire in this or wire in that? You know, it's a little more specialized. So you have to get your foot in the door. Honestly, that's with every racing industry I've ever heard. You got to find a way to get your foot in the door.
Do you want to say
How'd you do it?
So
I want to hear your version of the story.
So I was 17 and I went to the drag strip and I met Justin and we built VMP.
There you go.
So that's the story.
Oh man, this is a real question. I like it. All right. For manual people with MSD two-step and an aftermarket clutch that really grabs late after the MSD is shut off, what can I use to make it not roast my clutch? I know the new edges were big into adjustable clutch quadrants. Maybe that's the route. Adjustable clutch quadrant, I think, could help you. However, launching on the two-step and dumping the clutch, like it's going to be hard on the clutch no matter what. I mean, it's kind of like you understand at that point it's a wear item. It's no longer our clutch we're going to get 50, 60, 70, 80,000 miles out of. If we're dumping the clutch at 5,000, 6,000 RPM, you're going to burn clutches up. I mean, that's just the way it is.
It's just going to be tough on it. It's like, I mean, essentially my trans needs freshening up every season. My engine needs freshening up every season. We're late on both of those right now.
And clutch is the exact same thing.
Yep. So, I mean,
it's all about power level as well. Obviously, I don't know what you're doing with the car, but honestly, if you have an MSD two-step in it, I'm assuming you've got a little bit done and you're probably riding it pretty hard. So that's just one of those things. It's a wear item. John Taylor, do you race for pinks? Depends on what I'm on. I wouldn't race for pinks in my $50,000 F-150, but I mean, you get me on my crotch rocket or on a four-wheeler or something, I mean, we can talk. Yeah, Eli, you got 800 wheel horsepower. That's a wear item. Yep. At that point, man, you're just, it stinks. But think of how an automatic transmission maybe wouldn't like that abuse compared to how your manual car can handle it. I mean, there's pros and cons. All right.
What else we got?
I don't think we have. Oh, we got the Ford only parking. Oh, this is funny. I don't know if you have any pictures. This is just a funny story I wanted to share with y'all because I've seen it all over Facebook. So,
I haven't seen it at all, but I haven't been on Facebook much, so.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the pages I follow posted it, which a lot of the pages I follow I'm sure are run by the same people, so that's why I see it everywhere. But one of the guys at a Ford plant up in Connecticut, so the first like 13 rows of parking right outside the plant's doors are Ford-only parking as just like an incentive for employees to drive Fords there. And I guess it's been like that for decades. They said they've had that rule at that plant. And one of the employees decided to park his Dodge Avenger there and didn't think they'd take it seriously.
Screw it, I'm going to park here.
They towed his car. And like, on one hand, I'm like, ooh, I'd be pretty pissed off if I work somewhere and y'all towed my car because I parked in the Ford park. It's not like I'm in a handicap spot or in the plant manager's spot. Like, I'm just in the generic Ford parking that's wide open. But as somebody that hasn't had their car towed at work, I think it's hilarious. I'm just a jerk. I don't know what to say.
Do we want to talk about where we're going?
We can talk about where we're going. We're talking about cars. All right, where are we going? What's up? What's up first? Pull up the map. I would say Mustang week.
Yep, Mustang week is...
When does that start? You can see it a lot better, Chris.
Starts September 3rd. It's for my birthday.
September 3rd through the 8th. I believe we are planning on being there Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yes.
I don't think we'll be there quite the 3rd for all the cruises and whatnot.
The 5th is Wednesday. 6th is Thursday. We'll be there Friday, the 7th.
Okay. Yep. So we'll go there. Then next on the calendar that just kind of got added, I think, Drag Week. We are going to...
crash Drag Week.
We're going to go crash Drag Week. We're not really on the list, but we're just going to kind of show up and...
I want to drive the F-150.
Well, hopefully it's a we thing. I don't know. I've kind of been like begging with
It's
my
definitely
whole heart.
a me thing. I'm going.
Yeah, thanks. I've been begging.
Listen,
everyone.
I've been advocating for you.
I know you have. I know you have. I've been begging to go to Drag Week. I got to go to Drag Week. Like, that is... If you guys don't know, that's literally guys with like 7-second cars with trailers behind them, pro mods going in between tracks, driving 750 miles at the end of this week. It's freaking awesome. Yeah. I want to go.
Super excited.
Then we got No Mercy, which I don't have the thing anymore, so I can't see. Just read me the dates,
September
Chris.
29th. It's the weekend of September 29th.
No Mercy is October 4th through the 6th.
No, that's not right. Sorry.
It's not?
It's not. It changed. That was a tentative date, and it changed.
So it changed?
Right,
yeah, that's because Bowling Green was supposed to be this.
I'll make an update then.
So September 29th, that'll be No Mercy.
Green was September 27th through 29th.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's that weekend then. It's the 27th to the 29th. It's the same weekend as NMRA Bowling Green.
So having to choose between the two, clearly I made my choices.
No Mercy is a higher caliber race.
It's the Catalina wine mixer.
It's the Catalina. No, it's not. Lights Out is the Catalina wine mixer.
Lights Out is
No Mercy is the junior Catalina wine mixer that happens in the fall. Oh, do you have us pulled up like that, or is that just your computer screen, or is that what they see right now?
That's just in here.
Oh man,
Aww.
I saw on the TV screen he's got the map of the schedule of events and then our faces. So I was like, wow, that's kind of cool that he could do both at once, but we couldn't. It's okay. I can see it. I'm enjoying it for you guys. After that, we have Mod Nationals. Mod Nationals November 9th through the 11th, I believe.
Yeah, something like that.
I will be racing.
Yep.
I'm bringing my four-wheeler.
Yep.
And I am destroying... Ooh, who was I already calling out on Instagram? I think John Pavia.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Pavia was posting his four-wheeler, and I'm like, hey...
They're making a rule about having to chug beer before.
Oh, yes. This is going to get better.
They said,
please, come on. You got to like shotgun 3 beers, then you race? Oh.
Yes. And I said that I needed a pass.
I will let all of you right now watching, I will get in a chugging contest against any one of you. You see me at a show. Of course, I can't do it at 11:30 in the morning with you while I got to work the rest of the day. But if we're at a show and it's like 6, 7 o'clock at night, we're hanging out by the RV, beer chugging contest. I will shotgun a beer fast.
Did you beat my mom when you guys?
I haven't lost. I've never lost a shotgunning contest. It doesn't happen. Period. No, I know at the 4th of July party I won like by a lot. Yeah.
I know I lost by a lot.
I don't win at a lot of things. I remember what I win at.
Brian wants to know where the yellow is. The yellow on the map is where the dyno is going to be, the yellow dots. Mod Nationals at South Georgia. So,
maybe.
Maybe, but right now that's what it said.
Right now, yeah, we are planning on bringing it. We'll see how that pans out. But yes, Brian, that would probably be your next chance to get on the dyno. But at that point, you're already like 4 hours away. Like, just come to the shop. Come on. Like, let's just come down here. Let's bang it out. Then if we have fuel pump problems, we can fix them and move forward.
And it's not an event where we're like...
We have literally been dragging this out since Joliet last year. Mm-hmm. Since July of last year was when I met Brian and when we tried to dyno his truck and we first had our fuel pump problems. We've been going at it ever since then.
So let's do it at the shop.
So I say, just come see me. Like, come on. All right. It's 6:57. I'm out of stuff. You guys aren't commenting that much.
Oh. So
nothing on
Chris
YouTube.
said that we...
Oh, Chris Collin, I want to go to Grid Life at Road Atlanta. So...
And I've talked about going to Grid Life.
I think I've got to work one day, like a morning next weekend. We just got some shop stuff we got to catch up on around here.
Weekend?
Shed.
Is it? Oh,
I think. But depending on when I get let out of that, I am
let out of that.
This close.
When the shed's done.
I'm this close to saying that I will drive here that Saturday with my camper already behind my truck and come to Grid Life as soon as I'm done at work.
And I told Justin that we should just take the motorhome up there and just go.
I want to go. It looks like it looks super cool.
But he's like, we're gonna be gone for Mustang week, and then we're gonna be gone for drag week, and then we're gonna be gone for. He's just like totally not into it. I'm like, okay, whatever. And it's his birthday weekend, so we're gonna do whatever he wants.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. But yeah, I want to go to Grid Life. I know it's next weekend. Trust me, Chris. I know it. I'm thinking about it.
It's his birthday weekend, so I just can't we have to.
Can't force him.
Yeah.
Chris, I'll maybe see you there. We'll shotgun beers.
And Brian said that he could go to Mod Nationals and run the truck class. Yes,
oh, he already said he's going to run. Andrew Johnston is his friend.
Yeah.
Has a 0304 Terminator. It makes over 800 wheel. Made right at like 800 wheel with our old blower, and then with Gen 3s made over 800 wheel. I think he's going to come. So.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan. We'll fix
the truck. That's cool. Chris is
then...
running his in Time Attack.
Oh, cool. I was very confused about Time Attack the first time somebody told me about it because they were asking me, they're like, oh, do you run Time Attack? And I'm like, do you mean Track Attack? Because I didn't know what they were taught. Like, I had never heard of Grid Life before. And I'm like I drag race. So,
yeah.
Have you seen my car? Cause
I love Road Atlanta. So
I've never driven at Road Atlanta. I've only
so Road Atlanta has a huge downhill coming onto the front stretch.
Okay.
And in the Miatas, if you got the cojones to do it, you can go wide open 5th gear down there at 125 miles an hour and slide onto the front stretch. And if you want to be fast, that's what you got to do. Yeah. You got to turn in a little bit early and slide onto the front stretch. And it is one of the best feelings in the world. Then you get to the end of the front stretch and you got to start going up a hill and you're reminded you're in a Miata.
Yeah, I've driven at Sebring and Amp, and that's it. And I like Amp. It's like a little roller coaster track.
All right, real quick, we'll hit some questions because all of a sudden all they came in. Eli said, might be a long shot, but what's the manual P1 record for Gen 1 in the quarter? I don't know.
Yeah,
when will the quarter mile times with the Gen 3 2018? We have not taken it to the track yet.
It's got to stop raining in Florida in the afternoon
Seriously,
for us to go.
I have been trying to take the car I run to the drag strip for like 2 months.
We tried to take my car too.
Yeah, and we haven't been able to get a run in. Kelsey, I'm not going to repeat your question the way you said it, but yes, beer chugging contest, let's go. It's not this weekend, it's the next weekend. I know, it's next weekend. I work this Saturday, so I was already off because I work all day Saturday. But next weekend, I should only have to work a little bit, and I think I'm going to come to Grid Life. That looks like a lot of fun. So maybe I'll see you there. If I'm going to go, I'll let you know. But it is 7:01.
We're going to do our VMP acronym contest.
Acronym contest is next week. Make sure you get back on here. Be thinking about it.
If it's dirty, I swear we're not reading it.
But okay, if it's dirty though, can I still pick them as a winner?
No, I don't think so. I feel like that's rewarding bad behavior.
I'm not a parent. I'm allowed to do that.
Do you want to rate it PG or PG-13?
I say PG-13. That's fair.
I can do PG-13.
PG-13.
If I can't say it in front of my mom and dad, I can't do that because they watch. So
there you go. All right, guys. 7:01. Make sure you are liking and subscribing to VMP, whether you're on the YouTube, whether you're on the Facebook. If you would be kind enough to share the videos, that's awesome, just to get us some more reach, get more people watching. Obviously, the numbers is what drives us sitting here, staying after work 2 hours every week. So if you guys like the show, make sure you're sharing it.
I'm dumb there.
What's that?
I looked really dumb there.
Oh, did you? I was watching the camera, not you. I guess that's it. That's all I got. Like, share, subscribe. See you next week.